So the channel of the prodigal, this is what I mentioned just recently. So this is the 33 and the 13. We call this a design of a witness. And so we have gate 13 right here. We call that the confidant. And then we have this gate 33, the medicine woman. When you have two gates that come together, it creates a channel and then it defines these centers. So because those two come together, if you have this in your design, you will have a defined throat and you will have a defined identity center. So the confidant, the 13, this is the energy of trustworthiness, wisdom, and reflection. And this is the gate of the listener. And we have discord, discernment, and empathy as the gene key frequencies. The medicine woman is retreat, medicine, and storytelling. This is the gate of privacy. And then here are the gene key frequencies, forgetting, mindfulness, revelation. So because this is a projected channel, and you'll see that the type projected channel, it means that you have to wait for the invitation to share your medicine and share your wisdom. People are going to come to you, if you have this channel, to share their secrets, to share their stories. And if you can be that listener, that open ear for them, they're going to feel comfortable sharing things with you. And so you might have some medicine, have some wisdom to reflect back to them. And so if you can completely be present with them with an open heart and take them in, you will be able to then share whatever is needed to, help them along with their struggles. If you have the 13, but you don't have the 33, you're going to have a lot of people just coming to you and sharing things. I don't know why I'm telling you this, but I am. It just feels like I can say this to you. That doesn't necessarily mean that you'll have the medicine to offer back to them. That doesn't mean that you're going to be able to communicate back to them. It may just mean that you're here to be that witness, to witness them in their vulnerability or them in their own storytelling. Because you may call in a 33, somebody that has the 33, the medicine woman in their design, and you have the 13, and that harmonic gate just comes together, and you guys you're listening and they're storytelling, and maybe because you have access to that energy, you'll be storytelling as well. So it's a beautiful interchange and exchange with the 33 and the 13. So the theme here, every cycle of experience in your life will make sense in the end. The deeper you experience this insight, the more patient and at peace you will be in the now. So a lot of reasons why people want to come up and share their secrets and share their stories, because they have such discomfort and stress and unease with where they're at currently, or the past they just can't reconcile. So the beautiful thing about life is every cycle will come to an end, whether it is that you die and you're doing a life review and you're looking back at everything and everything makes sense, or you have these cycles where something concludes and you can look back and be like, wow, this is why this happened, and this was the ripple effect, this was the domino, this is why I went through what I went through. And so when you don't have the answers, it oftentimes causes a lot of discomfort, unease, and so we're seeking to be eased. And the medicine woman does a wonderful job of pulling out the medicine of every situation and being like, okay, I know that this caused you suffering, but what if you looked at it this way and it was actually for you, it was happening for you, and it wasn't happening to you, you weren't being punished, this was just an experience you needed to have. So the keywords here: misery, evaluation, and omnipresence. Isn't that so true about our suffering? We place ourselves in these places of misery, but it's when we can start to look back and evaluate, not get sucked into the drama, to the misery, to the reaction of that event, more like, oh, let's look back and let's evaluate this. You're able to be omnipresent, present in the now and present in the past, because the medicine woman is all about memories, is all about the past, and it's also about the memory of why your soul chose to be here in this incarnation. And when we are born, they say that we pass through this veil and we go through this forgetting, where we do not remember who we are. We forget it. And so it is through this life experience for us to remember our true nature and our divine mission here on earth, which in most cases is just to be present and enjoy your life here. But a lot of people tend to make it such a big deal, like they need to save the world or something crazy. They need to do something crazy to make an impact on the world. And I know this is how it has been for me. You just feel the pressure or immensity of like, why am I here? I know I'm meant for something more. But when you don't know what that is, it causes a lot of unease in your body because you feel like, what if I die before I fulfill my divine purpose? And that's why in the description of the medicine woman, it plays a lot with the 28, which is the daredevil, and the 11, which is the idealist. And those shadows are obscurity and purposelessness. So when you're veiled, when you can't see anything, it is not illuminated to you, you forget what your purpose is. And so this whole idea of revelation is all about remembering your true nature, remembering who you are. And it takes you being the listener to your own heart, to your own soul, to remember who you are. So it's not just this interchange between you and someone else. It is a deep, deep connection and interaction that you have with your own true nature that has always been present within you and that wants to communicate and speak to you. So when you are able to come into that G, that identity center, that place of love, that place of direction, you're able to come in and listen to your own confidant within you, to your soul, and be like, soul, what is the purpose of my life? Who am I? Instead of projecting outwards, having somebody, can you tell me who I am? Can you tell me what my purpose is? I want to tell you what happened to me. It's causing me a lot of unease, struggle, pain, whatnot. Please just let me speak to you. If we can turn inward and be that own ear for ourselves, we can be surprised at what our soul might respond to us with. So that is something that I feel is super important to bring through.